Bonjour everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video in which you have the pleasure of watching Sus Amogus, nice name by the way, playing his 53 TP Markowski or whatever we say it. I actually apologize, I don't have a clue how we say those Polish names. But basically I decided to feature that replay for one simple thing. This guy is about to do the world record with the tank. And to be fair, it's probably one of the most handsome games I've ever seen on World of Tanks Blitz at tier 8. So it was worth a replay, it was worth a review, it was worth a video, so here we are. So, what do you need to know about the 53 TP? Since it's released, it had been climbed up to the top of tanks that tier 8 has to propose, at least tech tree talking. Simply because this tank has everything to seduce the average player. It has a great armor in general, with a really small lower plate and a good turret if we put aside the cupola. You also have a big alpha damage sitting at 13 seconds of reload for 460 alpha damage. And finally, the mobility, which allows you to play aggressively while still remaining a heavy tank. And all of those statistics made that tank extremely popular since the day of its release. And for those of you out there that are living in the cave, this tank is the tier 8 that leads to the 60 TP, the latest tier tech tree tank, the tier 10 Polish tank implemented into the game. What are the downsides? Well, there is one big in my opinion. The lack of gun depression. But as long as you know how to deal with it, well, that tank just doesn't have any defaults, beside the fact that your reload is a little bit longer than expected. So in the end, you get yourself a big pack of punchy punch that will allow you to be the king on the battlefield. That being said, how do you want to play it? Usually, if you go on the heavy side, you just have to show your turret, so being in all down traditionally. You also have the possibility, if you are king T enough, to play in side scrape. But if you do that, keep in mind that you don't want to show the upper part of your hull in side scrape, just show the side. Of course, the main thing about the tank, thanks to its mobility, is that you can play both with the heavies and playing with your armor, or play like our friend did, Sasamogus did, on the medium side with the mediums. And here for the moment, it's working for him, even if I think, in my opinion, that he's camping too much. He's a super heavy tank, he should have gone straight to it, but I'm not gonna blame him, judging on what you're about to saw after. So here we are, our friend decides that he's no longer safe from there simply because of the RHM, and his team is in best posture. They are in really a troubled situation because, well, the AMX 5100 is nearly one shot, same for the Black Prince, the Object 252 that is rushing alone. It doesn't smell good for our friend, but don't worry guys, thanks to one special thing that he just used, the tungsten shell, everything is gonna go for the best. For the people out there, once again, that are living in a cave, tungsten is a special ability that only is featured on the Polish tech tree tanks, which allows you to get a bigger alpha damage when it's activated for around 20 seconds. And here our friend used it on the Mighty T2020, and it worked perfectly. Unfortunately, there is also the Yaktaga 88 being in trouble, but our friend, thanks to its mobility, will try to help him. Of course, unfortunately as well, the Yaktaga will die in the process, and now, well, he's in a 1 versus 4 situation. And he missed. This should be terrible. If I was at his place right now, I would think to myself, okay, I'm done, there is no way I'm doing anything out of that. But it's not what our friend is telling himself. He's telling himself, well, I'm gonna carry. And oh boy, is he gonna carry. So here we are with the Batchat Blast. Easy gonna be penetrated once again, I feel like it, or maybe the guy will try to get away. Luckily for him, he went for a fire, truly lucky, and bang, the guy died, leaving the Batchat to no hit points. Now it turns into a 1 versus 3. Bang, once again, luckily for him, his accuracy allowed him to destroy the T2020, and now he only has to deal with 2 tank destroyers. But here, things are gonna be a little bit different. Is he gonna go for the tungsten shell? Yes, he goes. First shot in, straight destroying the engine of the tank. Come on, will he have time to reload? Maybe yes, maybe no. know, and I love what he's doing right now, and I need to do a break on that. Usually when people are getting pushed by tanks like an RHM or whatever, they are staying and they are retreating like that. If you do that, especially on the hill, like it's the case, you artificially decrease your armor because the RHM being at an upper part, he will see your armor like that and not as intended like this with the regular armor. So, regular angle. So instead, try to face him frontally like that. You see, even if it didn't work in this case, at least our friend tried, and well, it ended up with him being able to kill the RHM. Now he only has to deal with an SU, and I feel like the guy is kind of dead. Unfortunately, our friend missed the shell, but you know, as long as he stays in all down like that behind the RHM, I don't think that he's, let's say, fearing for his life, because the SU can't shoot him from there. There he goes for a shot straight with an AP that unfortunately did low roll, and now the SU shot. He knows that the SU will reload before him, so he needs to try something else. Is he gonna go for it? Yes, he goes. Once again, the amazing armor on the turret allows him to bounce, and now the ISU is starting to lose its nerve. And he did the really wrong move right there, allowing our friend to circle him, leading him to win a 1 versus 4, getting those 5 kills, and obviously a well-deserved ace tanker. Because not only did he get an ace tanker, he did 7,000 damage. Just an incredible game. I have nothing else to say. Maybe one thing to notice is how he camped at the beginning. I wouldn't have done that. But once again, if we judge by the replay, if he didn't do that in the first place, he wouldn't have been able to carry the game out with 7k damage. So you tell me, do you think he played well? Do you think he didn't play well? Tell me in the comments. It will be my pleasure to read you. And I'm going to see you soon for a new video, probably tomorrow. Yeah.